I'm so often asked, Bill, what's wrong with me? I can't seem to decide and commit like some other people I know. So do you know anybody like this? I know some people who, whenever they want to do something, they just go for it, period. Those people, they say, oh, that's not like me. I'm the opposite, frankly. I don't even like change. There it is. So first of all, there's nothing wrong with you. And second, change is inevitable. It's going to happen if you like it or not. Change in your relationships, change in your job, change in your environment, and change can appear as a challenge. You see, people have limiting beliefs and fear of change, and that's what's preventing them from change. Because of this, they're out of practice, and when you're out of practice in anything in your life, you're not typically good at it, right? So we know we have to practice, okay, we get that, but let's talk about the limiting beliefs and fear behind this action that we call change. You need to become aware of the thought patterns you're running in your head when a change needs to happen. So stop and ask yourself, why am I resistant to this? What are my beliefs around it? Is one of your beliefs that change is painful because you could fail trying and you don't want to feel disappointed? Think about your energy that goes along with that. You're worried, so your body's probably looking slouched and you have shallow breathing. Or is it the opposite? Is it that I love change and challenge because it allows me to grow and become better, and I look at these failures along the way as a lesson so I don't have to make the same mistake again? Think about your energy that goes along with that. You're excited, so your chest is up, your shoulders are back, and you're breathing deeply. Which belief and energy do you think is going to allow you to remain in a place to decide, commit, and do and take action? That's the difference in people, period. And do you even believe that you can fully overcome this challenge? If the answer is no, then you better rethink that. And you've got the power to change it right now. Think about it. Stop and hope you're going to get something for a few moments. Oh man, I really hope I'm going to lose that weight this time. How does that feel? Now, stop and expect it. Put yourself in a place of expectation. Say, you know what? I've had enough. I'm doing it this time. I don't care what it takes. I'm doing it now. Whew. Doesn't it have a different feeling about the outcome? Weren't you able to decide whether to believe it or not too? Now, how about this? Do you think you need to master the challenge and be perfect at it right off the rip? Because if this is you, consider this belief. Perfection is the enemy of execution. So stop and evaluate your limiting beliefs and what's holding you back. Are you grieving the loss of an identity that you're holding on to? People in our brains will do their absolute best to keep their identity that we have in ourselves and the rules that we've laid out to live by. Here are the stages of grieving: denial. You resist the change and you don't want to accept it. You turn your back to it. That's step one. And until you get to the anger stage. Once you know it's real, then you get pissed off or upset about it. You kick and scream and call it unjust or blame someone. And the next phase is sadness. You feel a loss or an emptiness, like you lost control. Then you get to the bargaining stage. You try to negotiate your way out of the situation, whether it be in your thoughts, actions, or both. In some cases, manipulative. And I'm telling you right now, the only way out is to accept it. Not that it's right or just or unjust, but that it is what it is and I have to deal with it. And lastly, you need to create anew. In order to do that, you have to let go of what was. And that's done with your beliefs and done by taking action immediately. See, the universe likes speed because it changes so rapidly. This will cause momentum for you to break through that challenge and create strength that you didn't even know that you had. But the opposite can happen too. If you don't make commitment to practicing honoring your self-promises, because that only leads to low self-esteem and low confidence. You need to practice embracing change and raise your standards in order to become the person that is unstoppable and unbreakable during times of challenge. When all hell is breaking loose around you, you will be the one that takes the reins, decides, commits, and go. Much like building muscle in a gym, right? You have to do the reps. Push through the resistance, and your muscle grows, right? Same with our lives. The more we can comfortably be uncomfortable, the more we grow a more empowering form of muscle, the emotional muscle. So if you're fearful, turn fear on itself. Ask yourself, what else does this mean? How can I grow from this instead of being stuck or worse? And lastly, I leave you with this. You don't ever want to look back and wish you took action. I'm talking about regret. Regret is absolutely toxic, and some things and opportunities you cannot take back. I gave you the antidote today. Now go seek growth as much as you can. You've now got the tools to do it.